Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be showing you how to make this kitchen and toilet roll holder. Materials needed include 5mm macrame cord, 2 silver rings, a pair of scissors, and measuring tape. Let's get started. You want to put in your 2 4-meter macrame cord into the silver ring like this, so that you would have 4 macrame cords, and then you have another 50 centimeter cord that you have cut, and you're going to need 2 of this. So for now we're going to use this one to wrap up the cord here. So to make this wrap, you want to place your 50 centimeter cord right on the other ones like this, and make a loop right under it like that. A loop. You have a tail up and you have the rest of your cord. So now you wrap your cord around it like this. So I'm going to be doing this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I wrapped it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and then the rest of my cord I'm going to pass it through the loop just like this. When I have it through the loop, then I pull it up from the tail up there and make sure this loop goes into it like that. There you have it. So once you've made sure that your loop is into it like this, you can now decide to cut off the extra cord off it. So now we have our hump up here, and here is the first side. We're going to make 2 of this. So this is the first one we have just made. Now we're going to continue making our square knot. We're going to make 11 centimeters long square knot, and I'm going to show you how I make my square knot. I usually start from the right, and yes, so the 2 on the sides, you want to place them like this. That's if you don't know how to make square knots. I'm just going to quickly give a quick tutorial on that. So you place the right cord on the left, on the 2 middle cords, and then you bring the left cord right on top of it. What you now want to do is to take the left cord and pass it right under, or pick it up under, right through to the right, and there you have it. So you want to repeat this process again, but this time you start from the left. You place the left right on the 2 in the middle. You take the one from the right like that, and you want to pass it through like that. So there you have one square knot. I'll do it again. You go from the right, you place it on the 2 middle cords. You bring the left cord, you place it on it, and then you want to pass it right under through the 2 in the middle into the right loop that you made. And you do the same again for the left. You place the left on top like that, and you pass it right under to the left. So there you have square knots. I'll be back when I have the 11 centimeters, and then I'll show you what next to do. So now I have my 11 centimeters of square knot, like I said. And now I'm going to start with my spiral knots. Spiral knots, I think, are quite easier because you basically do the same thing you did with the square knots, only now you're doing it on one side. And as always, I choose to do it on the right side. So it goes like this. So basically you're just putting from the right on the cord, taking the left out, and it comes out of the left side, and you just continue like that on one side. So it starts to curve itself. So just like this. So with spiral knots, you're just doing it on one side. So you are crossing only. If you choose to do it on the right side, you're crossing from the right on top of this two cords in the middle, and you're bringing the left one right on top of it like this, and you're taking it out like that. And that's what you continue doing till you have your 9 centimeters. So as you can see, it has started to curve. So once it starts to curve, you also want to curve with it. So your left comes to the right and your right goes to the left, just like that, curving with it. So it will curve naturally itself. The spiral knots there are just to give it a nice decoration, so that it looks beautiful. That's why I decided to incorporate the spiral knots into it as well. So I'll be back when I have 9 centimeters of spiral knots ready. Now I have the 9 centimeter of my spiral knot, and the next thing I'm going to do is to have 35 centimeters of my square knot. So I'm just going to start doing it again, just like I said, or I do. I start from the right, and I'm just going to place the right cord on the two in the middle, place the left one on it, and I bring it out through the loop like that. I go again on the left and I place it like that, and so I will continue like this till I have 35 centimeters of my square knots again. So sometimes you might get confused and not knowing if you just did the left or you did the right. There's an easy trick to know which one you're supposed to do. And if you take a good look at your square knot, there's one part that is wrapped right round, and there's the other part that is just standing up, that is just, you know, free and outside. So any side that is wrapping up like this is the side you have to place like this, is the side you have to go from. So since I have the left side of my macrame cord like this, so I take it off, up, and I place it upon the two in the middle. I put the right one right on top of it, and I just continue my work. So in case you have to get up quickly, you don't know where you are, just know that anywhere you have this one that is neatly tucked in to it, that's the one you bring up, and so you don't get confused or lost. At least that's how I know where I am. So I'll be back when I have 35 centimeters of my square knots. So I have kind of run out of the macrame cord. Obviously the 4 meters was not enough to achieve what I wanted to achieve. So now I'm going to be joining more cords to my macrame work, and a good way to show how to join cords when you have like shorter cords is what I'm about to show you now, so that your work would look flawless. So now I have another 4 meters cord, macrame cord, that I have cut out. So I'm going to just bring it to the middle. I have already done that. I'm going to search for the middle of the both cords so that they would be equal. I think I'll just do it again. So I'm going to place my cord like this together, and then I would have like the middle of the cord, the loop like this, and so I will place it right on my work like this. So I hold it firmly so that I don't lose that middle, and I now want to continue my work. So I'm just going to leave these 2 cords right at the back like this, and I would just continue working just as if nothing happened. And what will I do? Just like I explained previously, to know how to continue, like where you stop if you feel lost or feel stuck, this side that has the closure is where I'm going to start from, and this side is the other side that you just did. So I'm just going to place from the left now like that. My 2 short macrame cords, I leave them to this. I don't cut them, I just leave them at the side. And now I place the right one right on top of it, and I just continue my work just like that. I do the first one with the 4 cords right under it like that. So I'm just, it will need like minor adjustments, and yeah, and my short cords are still here like that. So I'm going to now go from the right again, place it on top of the 2 cords in the middle. I take the left cord, place it on it, and I just continue my work like that. And there it is. I have, this is a very good way of joining like cords when you run out of cords like this. So what I'm going to do to these other cords, I'm just going to find a way to tuck them right back into the macrame work so that I don't lose them, and my loops or my square knots are secured. So I'm just going to continue my work right now. I just wanted to quickly show, because I don't have my 35 centimeters yet, so I just wanted to quickly show what you can do if you ever run out of cords. That's a very, very neat and easy way to put it in. And I'm also going to show you how you can tuck the cords in. So you just continue your work like nothing happened, and the cords will just stay. Just like that. So now I'm going to show you how I'm going to tuck these cords right back into the work so that it stays secured into it. So you don't cut it straight like this. You want to make sure you tuck it right back into the work. So to do this, or to achieve this, I'm going to be needing this needle. I think it's an 8 millimeter, 8 mm needle. So I'm just going to like insert it right into, insert the macrame cord into the needle, and then I tuck it into my macrame work. Sometimes it's difficult for the needle to go in, but it will eventually happen. So I'm just going to tuck it in like that continuously. I'll do the other one too. And I just do things like that. So you're going to continue doing this. Continue like tucking it in. Like this. Pulling the needle through your work till you feel it is secure enough. I'll be back when I have achieved this. So now I have successfully tucked in my macrame cord into my work. So now I can cut it off. I can cut the rest cords, I mean. I can cut it off. And again, I have my 35 centimeter square knots that I was trying to achieve. So 35 centimeters. And now I'm going to continue and do more spiral knots. I'm going to have 9 centimeter spiral knots again, and just like I showed before, spiral knots are just doing the knots from one side, just like this. So if you choose to do it on the right side, you're just going to be putting the right side on top of your work, and then you continue. So I'll be back when I have the 9 centimeters ready. Now I have my 9 centimeter spiral cord knot, and I'm going to now do the rest square knots, and that will be 11 centimeter. So I start again from right to left. Just like this. Just raise it up a bit so that it will be visible in the camera. So I continue my work, my square knots, 11 centimeters. And I will be back as soon as I have the 11 centimeters to show you the concluding part of the work. I have been able to achieve my 11 centimeter square knots, the square knots that I'm going to, that's going to be my last square knot. So it's going to be 11 centimeters long. So now I'm going to create the end of the macrame work. This was something we also did at the beginning. We inserted the silver ring and we knotted it like this. So we're going to put the rest of our cord into the silver ring like this. I'm going to be using the whole 4 now. In the beginning I used 2, but now I'm going to use 4, the whole 4, just to end it up. And now I'm going to leave like some space like that, where I'm going to wrap my second 50 centimeter macrame cord. So just like I did in the beginning, I left like a little cord at the top, not so much, but enough to be able to hold. And I made like a loop right here at the bottom of the cord. I'm just holding the cord to it. So you can actually make a loop like this already, and then like this already, and just place it on your work. So now I'm going to wrap my 50 centimeter cord. I'm going to wrap it round my work like this. You want to wrap it tight, but not too tight. So I did 7 times at the first one, so I'm going to do the same thing again. So I have 1, 2, 3 already, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So just like that. And I am going to be putting the rest of my cord right into the loop I created in the beginning, like this. So once I have it in the loop, I pull the little macrame cord I left at the top. I pull it without letting this little loop go. I just pull it in like that. So once I pull it in, I make sure I secure it and it is tight enough. My macrame job is done. So I'm just going to cut off all of the remaining cords. I'm just going to cut them off now with my scissors. That's the loop or the cord at the top. You want to cut it really nicely and closely down like this. And the rest of my cord, the 4 cords, I'm also going to cut it off because I have securely secured it and it's not going anywhere. So you can trim if you want it really neat. You can trim all this out just like that. So there we have it, our kitchen roll or toilet roll macrame cord is ready. Now a lot of people ask me if the toilet roll or the kitchen roll will be able to roll on this, because we do not have like a stick like most tutorials I've seen. There's always a stick that is the toilet roll or the kitchen roll is going to be sitting on, and the stick will roll. But I assure you, I've been using this for a while now in my house. I have it in my bathrooms, in my kitchen, and they roll perfectly. My children love it, and it's just perfect. It's really easy, it's cheap, and anybody can do this. So I'm going to show you now how I hang it on the wall. And yeah, this I made right now for my guest toilet, because I already have in my kitchen and I have in my toilet, but I don't have one for the guest toilet. So I decided to make a tutorial for this to show you how it's done. So I'm going to show you now how I use it. It's really long, so for toilet paper it might be really long. So but there's a way I attach like 2 toilet papers to it, and it's just perfect. And for my kitchen rolls I just use 1. So I'm going to show you that right now. So now I have attached my 2 holders onto the wall. These knobs, they are the ones I'll be using to hold my macrame cord, just like this. I advise that you leave this to dry for like 1 hour so that it holds the walls firmly and they don't fall off. But they really hold, because I've had this in my kitchen for a while and my children have not been able to pull it down, so they really hold. So if I just want to attach my or hang my kitchen roll, I just pass the macrame work that I have done, I pass it onto it like that, and it's perfect, just like that. And you can see it rolls easily, so it doesn't have any problems, and you don't really need any wood for it. So if I now decide to use this for my toilet, I also do something similar. I put the macrame cord into the toilet roll, and I take the second one like this, and I just put the 2 into it like that. I put it into each other like this, just bringing the cords out on the other side like that, and I just hang it on that way, and you need a little space in the middle so that it will roll, and it just rolls easily, just like that. So you wouldn't be needing like a wood or something, especially in these corona times where we use a lot of toilet paper, we wash our hands a lot, and kitchen rolls. So this is a very economical way of attaching toilet papers or kitchen rolls to your house. Thanks for watching.